What is manifestation? It is a word that inspires fascination for some and skepticism for others. For decades, it has been described through many different lenses. Some speak of vibration, others speak of frequency. Some believe the universe responds to thought. Others argue that manifestation is nothing more than psychology. But perhaps all of these perspectives are attempting to describe different aspects of the same phenomenon. The Sidereas Protocol begins with a simpler question. Not, can your thoughts change reality? But, what happens when a human being stops contradicting themselves? Because before we attempt to explain manifestation, we first have to understand coherence. Imagine trying to walk north, while one foot insists on walking south. You might move, you might even make progress, but every step contains resistance. The greater the contradiction, the greater the effort. Human beings behave in remarkably similar ways. We often desire one outcome while expecting another. We make decisions that conflict with our values. We seek change, while unconsciously protecting familiarity. From the outside, this looks like inconsistency. From the inside, it feels like confusion. Sidereas calls this internal contradiction. Now imagine that those contradictions begin to diminish. Your thoughts, your expectations, your emotions, and your actions begin moving in the same direction. Nothing magical has happened. Nothing supernatural has occurred. But something has changed. You have become coherent, and coherent systems behave differently. This is the central idea behind the Sidereas Protocol. Manifestation is not treated as wishful thinking, nor is it presented as a way to control reality. Instead, it is approached as the natural consequence of increasing internal coherence. Think for a moment about how experience is actually constructed. Every day, your brain is making predictions. It decides what deserves attention. It interprets events. It assigns meaning. It prepares emotional responses. It guides behavior. Long before the external world changes, your internal model of the world has already begun shaping your experience of it. Psychology has explored this through expectation. Neuroscience studies predictive processing and neuroplasticity. Behavioral science examines reinforcement. Linguistics reminds us that language structures perception. Different disciplines. One recurring observation. The way we organize ourselves influences the way we engage with reality. This is where language becomes important. Not because words possess mystical power, but because language organizes thought. Every sentence you repeat reinforces a particular structure. Some structures generate contradiction. Others generate coherence. The Sidereas Protocol is built around this simple idea. Language can become architecture. That is why the protocol uses elemental bosonic manifestation affirmations, or E.B.M.As. They are not motivational slogans. They are not declarations intended to convince you of something you do not believe. Each one is carefully structured to reduce internal contradiction, to stabilize expectation, to reinforce coherence. You may have noticed something unusual. Every E.B.M.A. begins with the word so. This was not chosen by accident. In ordinary language, so does something remarkable. It assumes continuity. It implies that what follows naturally emerges from what already exists. It is the language of consequence, not persuasion. Rather than arguing with yourself, the protocol invites you to recognize a structure that is already becoming available. A subtle difference, but an important one. The protocol also begins with breathing. Again, not because breathing is mystical, but because a regulated nervous system is more receptive than a defensive one. When breathing slows, attention changes, the body becomes quieter, mental resistance decreases. From that state, language has a different quality. It is received differently. Then comes the opening cognitive language seal, a structured priming message that centers the performer's attention and prepares their mind for the following architecture of affirmations. Then comes the E.B.M.As, recited in a detached demeanor. Finally, the closing cognitive language seal. This sequence is intentional. It transforms repetition into performance, performance into ritual, and ritual into consistency. Because consistency, not intensity, is what gradually reshapes expectation. Why 10 domains? Because human experience is not one thing. We do not simply manifest money, or health, or relationships. We live through recurring dimensions of experience: identity, biology, resources, contribution, creativity, relationships, participation, time, adaptation, meaning. Each domain represents a field where coherence can be strengthened. Together, they form an architecture rather than a collection of isolated affirmations. Can the Sidereas Protocol guarantee external results? No, and it never claims to. Reality is larger than any individual. Circumstances matter. Other people matter. Chance matters. What the protocol offers is something different. A disciplined practice of reducing contradiction within yourself. Because coherent people notice differently, decide differently, behave differently, persist differently, and over time, those differences accumulate. Perhaps that is manifestation. Not forcing reality to obey your wishes, but becoming increasingly capable of participating in reality without being divided against yourself. The more coherent your internal world becomes, the more coherent your actions become. The more coherent your actions become, the more your experience begins to change. Not all at once, not by magic, but through the quiet accumulation of aligned choices. If that idea resonates with you, this channel is an invitation. Each domain explores one fundamental dimension of human experience. Each transmission is a practice, not of becoming someone else, but of becoming less divided. If you wish to start now, go to the videos called Domains. Each one is a session of manifestation carefully designed for you. I am SOPHIA. Welcome to the Sidereas Protocol. Transmission begins